Welcome to the ITSPmagazine podcast network, a modern, innovative multimedia platform, broadcasting ideas and connecting minds. Every company has a story to tell, from the small startup to the large enterprise, and everything in between. This is one of them. We hope you enjoy this brand story conversation.
And here we are, we're ready for another 7 minutes on ITSP Magazine for a new short brand story. I'm thrilled to have Ian Terry and Robert Godard on with me from IS Partners. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Super excited to be here.
We're at the HITRUST Collaborate event and learning all about the ways we can help corporations become more compliant. And you guys have an interesting take on this. Maybe if you could tell me a little bit about how IS Partners was founded. I think there was a part of the charter, or at least the goal, to have fun as part of what you do. So I don't know if you're going to take that.
I mean, the firm started roughly 20 years ago. At the point in time, the founders of the firm, they came from a bigger audit firms. So your traditional, more CPA type of firms. So when they started the firm, it was basically out of necessity for SOC 1. Well, at the point in time, it wasn't SOC 1s, but it was SSA 16s, and then morphed into the SOC 1s. But it was meant to be more like a startup feel. So you come in, collaborative, so you came in when I joined the firm. You come into the office and it was more collaborative, wide open, kind of what you would expect out of a startup, right? You're all kind of in there collaborating, making sure that the job is getting done, and then it kind of morphed into IT compliance also, and then that's kind of when Ian joined another firm, and you can kind of go from your experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to your comment on the original charter, fun being a major element, I think that in my experience, certainly fun is a critical part of what we do in a lot of ways, because when you're not having fun in the work that you're doing or the industry you're a part of, it's really hard to feel engaged and committed to positive outcomes, right? And I think that focusing on the dynamics, the changes that exist in the industry and cybersecurity and the different standards actually makes the job itself fun, especially for people like me and Rob who enjoy challenges and enjoy learning and expanding our scope of knowledge. And I think that reflects in the quality of work and the outcomes associated with our clients.
So how do we get there? Because there's the funometer, right? So there is having fun, but the opposite is this is not fun.
Sure.
Which a lot of organizations deal with. So what are some of the challenges that you're trying to help overcome so you can start to move the needle on this becomes fun?
Sure. So I would say some of the challenges are when an engagement does come on board or client comes on board, it's to manage the expectations and to manage them through the engagement. A lot of times, especially if it's their first time engagement, they may be nervous, may not have an understanding. So in order to take those complex aspects of an engagement and just bring it back and make them more comfortable, I think we do a fairly good job at doing that.
Mm-hmm. Now, on the other hand, certainly there are a lot of times where it's not so much fun, because ultimately our impact on different industries and really on individuals is tangible and important. So, certainly we're not really wisecracking many jokes when a CISO gives us a call and there's a cybersecurity incident, certainly. But so I think, balancing just awareness of the context serves us very well.
So what are some of the engagements like? Where do you start with them? Where do you take them to? How often do you kind of work with them?
Yeah, so it depends. So if most engagements start with a general kickoff call, introductions to ourselves and the team. And then from there, whatever the audit may be or the assessment that we may be performing, we'll give a background information on that. And then usually from there, create a schedule to work with the client and the subject matter experts that we may be coordinating with internally. I think what we do from a perspective of making an easier assessment, especially if there's multiple ones. So if, like, for instance, if Ian and I we're on two different sides of the audit, He does more technical IT stuff, while I'm on like the CPA HITRUST pieces of it. So if like he's doing a PCI and I'm doing a HITRUST, we have the ability to coordinate with each other.
And talk to me how about, because I'm sure that's easier because HITRUST helps with both of those. So talk to me about that.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what's awesome about HITRUST in general, is that it maps so well to different frameworks that even go beyond just a healthcare specific context. So a lot of our entities want to they want to put their best foot forward with respect to their market that they're trying to appeal to. HITRUST is certainly going to be a part of that, but maybe they want to expand into something like payment card industry, data security standard, or PCI DSS as one example, or even maybe some federal adjacent opportunities in the market where NIST 853 or CMMC might come into play. HITRUST as an anchor conceptually maps very well across all of those frameworks.
And what are some of the outcomes you're seeing working with clients? Let's come maybe the raising the bar to the fundameter, to the top level. Where do you hear them say that was a great experience, or what are you hearing?
Yeah, I think IS Partners in particular does a fantastic job of really understanding the idiosyncrasies of our clients. All of them have their own unique offerings, services, and own markets they're trying to appeal to and tap into. And I think that's a critical component to our service, is really understanding not only their own security and privacy practices, but their focus, their goals, and their business environment. Expertise
is a big thing. So I don't know, how do you build your team to maintain the knowledge you have?
So to maintain the knowledge, I think for us, it's constant with going to CPEs, with making sure that we're fundamentally following where the industries are going. So we'll come to these events such as here at the HITRUST conferences. We'll go to other additional IT or compliance conferences to understand, hey, where is the industry going, and make sure we put those focuses in place internally on our end.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities to get out there and network and interact directly, not only with the market itself and potential clients and people we want to provide services to, but even it's all in the name, right? HITRUST Collaborate, and in this instance, we're able to kind of collaborate and interact with what from a different perspective maybe consider our competitors. But here, we're all in the same purview. We're all trying to learn and better the industry itself, and that's what's super exciting and allows us to improve our subject matter expertise.
Collaboration is exciting, and that's 7 minutes here on ITSP Magazine.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will come back for more brand stories on ITSP Magazine. If you want to share your company's brand story, go to ITSPmagazine.com and explore our advertising options to learn more. Remember to share this podcast with your friends, family, and colleagues, and stay tuned for more brand stories as we continue our journey toward redefining cybersecurity, technology, and society.